In Civil Site Design v24, users can now show height difference or elevation shading analysis on their civil site design or civil 3D surfaces, all within the model viewer environment. With the analysis comes the option of being able to shade the maximum and minimum slopes required on your road strings, and you can also show the minimum and maximum crossfalls and have those shaded in the environment as well. Let's have a look and see how this works. So to start off with, let's have a look at the surface analysis. We'll head over to Toggle Display, and once in Toggle Display we'll head to Analysis. All of the Civil Site Design and Civil 3D surfaces will be listed on the left hand side, and all we do is click on the little button to the right hand side to set up how we would like to view analysis for that particular surface. So we're going to do that with the NS. Now at the moment all that's happening is that the software is reading the elevational range of the surface, which happens to be 8 all the way up to 47, and splitting that range up into 8 equal chunks. So if we wanted to, we can change this number. Maybe we want to make that 10. All we do is we click Compute Ranges to have that increased. Now the color scheme itself can be edited, and you can see here that we have a number of predefined color schemes that come installed with the software. Let's see how they're set up by clicking on the pencil icon. So you can see here green and red simply means that the first color that will be used for the minimum range, as you can see down here, is green, and then the range or the color that's being used for the maximum is going to be used as red. Now what you can actually do is add in incremental colors, and if we have a look at land here, the land color scheme, you can see that 0.2 within that range we would be using a green, and then nearly halfway between 0.4 and 0.6 we're obviously using these colors here, but you can add in additional colors, incremental colors, using the add color and also the remove color as you want to. So let's just see how this might be applied to our natural surface. Let's go ahead and choose blues from the list. We can simply keep the number of ranges at 10, click on Compute Ranges, those colors will then be updated, and all we do is click Apply and then click OK. So those height ranges are now being applied in the model viewer environment for our surface. Now this particular example, my analysis is automatically being applied, but if you head back to Toggle Display, you'll need to make sure that within the base surface style, you go ahead and pick Surface Analysis. This is right at the top of that list, otherwise you'll just be showing either your aerial imagery or a render material. So make sure you pick Surface Analysis to ensure that you display that. So in addition to the surface analysis, we also have vertical profile analysis. So this uses similar functionality where it will shade certain parts of the vertical profile of all of our road strings within the project and color the slopes accordingly. So let's see how this works. We'll go to Toggle Display and we'll head over to the Analysis tab and then come down to Vertical Profile Analysis and click on Setup Analysis. So at the moment the way that this has been set up is quite simple. We're using a color scheme, but what we're saying is between the following slopes, 10% to 26%, making sure that we check absolute values. We would like to have the software display any of those slopes with a certain color. So in this example, we'll check value increment of 1, meaning for every percent value we'll have a different color. We'll click Compute Ranges, and this means is that we head further and further down, basically to grades that are around 26%, this color will get darker and darker. So let's click Apply and then click OK. So that has assessed all of the road strings in the project. You can see this one further down here on road 1 is heading towards the steeper range, but certainly not in that dark red. And if we head around here to the start of road 1, you can see there we're very much heading towards those steeper slopes. So this can be a very useful tool to get a quick glimpse as to how the slopes are looking on the vertical design of your road strings. In regards to the cross-section analysis, we have a similar type of feature here. So what this is actually showing us at the moment is where we have slopes exceeding a particular slope value using the same type of analysis. Let's see how this looks by going to Toggle Display. Now we are using super elevation on this road, so this is why we've got varying crossfalls. We'll head to Analysis and go to Cross-Section Analysis. So all that's happening here is we're saying between -10% and -4%, we would like to have the software color up these particular ranges for us, or these particular slope values. So as we get down to 9% to 10%, that colour is green, and when we're sort of heading back towards the -4%, maybe the sort of flatter area of the string, we'll get those reds. So just click apply, click OK. And really this just confirms what we were looking at a second ago. So some very steep areas through here, probably around the 9-10% mark, but you can also see around this area where we're beginning to flatten out. So again, a very useful analysis tool just to give us a snapshot of our crossfalls around our project.